spark in them. And I think, as you said when we were talking off camera, Mitch, we agree this is the way to start this half.
Make Southern shoot over the top of you and make shots.
A little more aggressive in the zone, showed a trap that time.
Early turnover. Shaw has it go through his hands. How about Chris Larry at the beginning of the half on our Super Smokers halftime? He acted like he was getting beat. He was grumpy.
Well, I think the end of the half frustrated, the 5-0 run, but I think simply because you practice all the time on how you want to finish a half, and they just did not do it.
And here's what makes it tough of trying to catch up. Is trying to get enough points against this tough Southern Illinois defense.
Barry Henson's bunch tried to go inside, and I thought that shows a very good idea.
Blue, nice leaner, left it thin. Going to the line.
See, that's the third foul right there. Again, first defense, first blush, everything's fine. But then SMS rebounds the ball, and now you've got 3 fouls on your freshman.
Shaw with 3 and Blue to the line for his 75%. Next year, when they're the Missouri State Bears, Nathan Ballou will be even a more important cog to this wheel. He's had double-doubles this year, and he can score. He had 15 against Illinois State. He had a double-double against Southern the first time, or during the regular season. He gets a lot done, Spoon.
He's a deceptive player. The thing I like about him is that he can handle the basketball a little bit. He's a good passer. He can score when he's open. He'll rebound and defend.
Here's your 70-foot press again by Southwest Missouri State, which again was very effective against Northern Iowa.
You take 10 seconds away from the offense, which is what you do, because now Southern Illinois starts their offense with 25 on the shot clock. Now changes things a little.
A kick, but not ruled an intentional kick. And then out front, Tatum drills a 3. He's got 14.
SMS is doing a very good job of pushing it up the floor. I'm sure that's something that Southern Illinois talked about at halftime.
A reminder that every day more than 36 million Americans are at a risk of hunger. The Missouri Valley Conference recognizes the Sodesco Foundation for their efforts to eliminate hunger. To learn more about how you can help, go to the website helpstophunger.org. Helpstophunger.org.
Important call then, Mitch. That's the third foul now on Falker also.
Brooks with the miss. Yeah, the only problem here for Southern is the foul problem. Hairston chased down by Brooks.
I'm really surprised when Brooks does something.
I'm gonna buy your new book, Guarding or Rebounding by Guards.
I love it when guards rebound. And you know, you could just say Brooks' name all the time. I mean, you might as well. He passes the ball, rebounds, shoots it in.
Brooks has had now 4 straight double-figure games in tournament play. 16 yesterday, and last year 18 and 15 in the 2 games. He had 15 in the loss to this team, Southwest Missouri State.
Tatum maybe going a little faster than what Coach Lowry wanted, and there's one of the few mistakes that the young man's made today.
(45-28) Southern Illinois.
What you mentioned, Mitch, is true. Just hard to come back on Southern Illinois because they defend so well.
And it's going to be a tie-up. Arrow goes to Southwest Missouri State. They're not going to let SMS just throw the ball around the infield either. They just trapped on the wing.
Anytime you get into a screening situation like the one that might occur right here with Ballou, it didn't. But there's usually a double team. It's just like then. There goes Warren staying with the ball. Down the floor.
Easy basket for the captain.
Defense makes it happen. You have people helping and being alert, and that's just a killer right there if you're SMS.
Shavies yet to score, and that's big news because he had 12 in Carbondale, 14 in Springfield, and big 14 last year in the semifinal upset.
Foul number 21, Joshua Warren, his first, his third team foul.
Warren picks up his first foul. There's a look at Anthony Shavies, the senior from Oakland, California.
Shots are so hard to come by. That was a little bit of a force there, just trying to make something happen. Shavies is trying to get off the snide. Help defense very, very good by Southern.
Ballou, big step up and under, and guess who's got the offensive board again?
If you notice, I'm sure people on the screens can see it. When Macklin jumps for the ball, Warren leaves the area. And it's not because he wants to.
Dangerous pass. Shavies, he gets hacked by Tatum. SMS wants an intentional foul, not going to get it.
Not going to foul. That's a tough decision for an official to make. The thing you have to understand is he went for the ball. No matter how hard you go, he went for the ball. He did not try to injure anyone. I think the officials are exactly right in this case.
14 fouls on Southern Illinois.
That's the way they started the first half, and that gets you in a little bit of trouble.
Shavies is in the book. Last year, he was all tournament for Barry Hinson in Arch Madness.
Well, this still is at 16 right now, and this is not exactly the way you'd want this to happen if you're Barry Hinson.
They stay on their 60-foot press and just bother Southern Illinois enough.
We've got two new players on the perimeter for Southern Illinois, so how they'll react to this pressure remains to be seen.
Shavies all over Young.
Defense is extended a little, Mitch, as you can see right now.
And there's the area to go against it. Dale on the inside out. Macklin says my ball.
Not easy to get anything started against Southern Illinois.
Ahern with 2 automatic points. We come back, you'll see the record breaker. As Brooks on the foul, Ahern has 2 easy ones when we come back. 15-point lead. Tamar Macklin trying to get his team back in the game. 15:38 remaining in the contest. Just take a look at the Nestle Purina scores and schedules from around the valley. Brought to you by Purina Dog Food. Incredible dog food. Incredible dogs. We'll let you talk about the bracket, Charlie. It's been a great tournament.
Tournament is exactly what we thought it'd be. It's a great game starting on the first night, and then Southern Illinois did not have an easy time with Indiana State. Neither did SMS with Northern Iowa. Those games were tough. This was a really good showing, I think, for Wichita, because they needed that. And then Creighton was had a great night. Shot the 3 and did the things defensively they needed.
Yeah, Jimmy Moats didn't miss a shot. Ahern's not going to miss these. All 3 points for Ahern have come at the free line. And he'll break the carnival if you just sit here and watch him shoot it. 84 of 89 for this year. Last year, the all-time NCAA free throw shooter. 14 last year in this semifinal game. And SMS upset Southern Illinois.
13 now.
It's manageable.
Manageable.
Little bump by Shavies. Paul Jansen will write the ticket.
That's the first foul. Same scenario as the first half. SMS not fouling, and Southern Illinois with too many to start with.
Brooks. Dale's passed it to himself. still an illegal play in basketball. Can't throw it to yourself.
Not much else to do there. It seemed like a good idea. You look and you see a little path to the basket, and you think, I'll drive the baseline. Then by the time you get there, there's a group of folk. That's really a 5 count.
Barry Hinson seeing a glimmer of hope here now with 15 minutes to go. If he can score on this possession, the game might have a different feel. There's Dale bumping and running. That's the first foul on Mike Dale, but that's 16 fouls now, Spoon, in 5 minutes on Southern Illinois.
A little bump there, and I think maybe Ahern attempted to make that look like it was a little more than what it was. Maybe there was something that occurred there that I didn't see.
And Warren, 22 to shoot.
Macklin a little farther from the basket again, Mitch, than what he wanted it to be.
This is limit. Darren Brooks is going to say this is off SMS. They went inside and kicked it back out, and they're going to say it stays with SMS.
Well, there's Macklin with the basketball and the pass out. I guess they're assuming that no one would throw past that portal, that somebody had to deflect it, because that went right between two people.
Southern Illinois in the first half had only 2 turnovers. They've had 4 so far this half. Their lead is 13.
SMS may come back, but it's not going to be easy.
Macklin real deep. He's got 13 points. You called it, Spoon. He has to have a big game for a Bear win.
That play occurs because Southern is doubling when there's a high screen, and then you have to find a man. If you do, you're in business. Ahern tried to, I think, draw a foul. I think our officials probably are not going to give him those calls.
Deep three. Brooks for 3. They needed a bucket. Where do you go? dbrooks.com.
Well, he's
Shavy. We got undercut.
Young draws the defense. I'd say that's showing range. If you were attempting to show range, that certainly shows it.
That's from East St. Louis. That's from the other side of the river.
If you're Ahern, you're thinking you need to be a step or 2 closer. And if you are, I can get there in my closeout.
However, it is 17 fouls now on the Southern Illinois Salukis. And Shavy's 3 of 3 at the line. The Bears are 14 of 15 at the foul stripe. When you shoot a bunch of them, the clock stays stationary. You've got a chance down 12. Particularly when you get 3 of them at a crack.
And to the Bears, number 23.
Well, I'm sure Chris Lowry would like to see this clock spin a little faster. And with the made free throw, you can extend your press down the floor. It's mostly a bother, but it's at least it takes some time away from the offense.
Still a chance for the soon-to-be Missouri State Bears. Tatum, boy, shot a crease. Shaw, big offensive board. Let's go to Tom Ackerman.
You know, something that was said yesterday, Jamal Tatum, the Southern Illinois guard, when Indiana State made that run on the Salukis, he said, whenever teams make runs, I'm never nervous. With Darren Brooks and Stetson Hairston on the court, Tatum says he's never nervous, that they're completely poised, especially with Brooks.
Lou gets a steal. This can go to single digits on a Bear bucket.
Bear fans are backing this a little bit right now.
Ahern, bad pass.
This will be interesting right here.
Well, you knew where that was going.
I did not think he could finish that. I mean, I should be able to think he's going to by now, but I just thought the defense was there.
You know, some think that maybe he's a marginal NBA prospect. And whether he is or isn't, somebody's going to take a look at him. As athletic as Brooks is, and there's a three, a deep one.
That's at least a three from that range. That's as far as Brooks has shot. It may be farther simply because Ahern was going away from the basket.
That one is where Edwardsville, where did he shoot it? Back to 10 again. Still 12:04 to go.
Turnovers have been a little bit of an issue, I think, for Southern Illinois this half. And that's not exactly characteristic of their team.
Keep in mind it was a 23-point lead for Southern Illinois in the first half. Ooh, and Brooks foul. Ahern's going up for 2 automatic. But Darren Brooks right now, the lead is Southern Illinois because Darren Brooks, watch him hang here, Spoon.
This player, the defense gets back in great shape.
At the Savage Center, Southern Illinois leads it by a score of 52-42 over SMS, but the Bears are making a run, and Darren Brooks, who has 22 points, just picked up his 3rd foul with 11:46 remaining in the game. Time now for this date in history, brought to you by the Renaissance Grand Hotel St. Louis. On March 6, 1990, Illinois State took the last State Farm Valley Tournament title, played at an on-campus venue, as tournament MVP Ricky Jackson scored 20 points to lead the Redbirds to an 81-78 win over SIU. The Renaissance Grand Hotel St. Louis, the official St. Louis hotel of the Missouri Valley Conference. Back courtside to Mitch Holtis and Charlie Spuno.
And thanks, Tim. You know, Doug Elgin had the vision of bringing the Valley Tournament to a neutral site. He brought it to St. Louis. And what an incredible job that he has done, because this thing has turned into one of the premier postseason tournaments in the country.
Well, look at this great crowd today. And it's not only the lower
Doug
bowls full, but my goodness.
Doug Elgin had the vision, and it has become reality. As Blake Ahern drills both free throws, as you might guess. He had 60 in a row this year earlier. He's done that twice in his career. This is now an 8-point game, and still a lot of time, and Southern Illinois is in foul trouble. If you just joined us, Southern Illinois was sizzling in the first half. Hit 7 threes. And led by 23. Got us a ball game, Spoon.
It's the mental approach to things right now. If you'd have said to Southern Illinois, you can be ahead 8 with 11 minutes to go, they'd have probably said, that's great.
Underneath, Stephen Mitchell.
Bad shot, bailed out by the offensive rebound.
6-point game. Now Brooks trying to calm his team down.
Whoa, and a near steal.
Owen, in the land of milk and honey, can't knock it down. Brooks got it back, and a chance for a 3-point play.
Unbelievable. That was almost going the other way, cutting it to 4. Hustle play to keep the ball loose, and then who keeps coming after Owen keeps it going? Brooks.
You know, Steve Kurtenbach in the truck does a great job, but he's got a great point. Darren Brooks' hands. He was a high school football quarterback. His hands are spectacular.
It doesn't look as though that he's moving fast enough to get the things done that he does. He's very economical. And you're right. When he catches the ball, just like the pass he intercepted, I mean, that wasn't an easy catch.
He is nearing a career high. He has 25. His career high was against Murray State, 27. Macklin gets a dunk. The Bears are fighting here. They growl to stay within 7.
The high screen is causing the problems for Southern Illinois right now defensively. They're doubling. Then when they rotate to save on Ballou on the backside, then Macklin's open on the other end.
Right now, the Salukis leaning on Brooks. Can somebody else step up for him? Tatum from Brooks. Ahern with the board. This can go to 5 or 4. It's going to 5. Oh, a miss and a layup, but a tip in by Mitchell.
The first shot doesn't go. Hustle play by the Bears, not only to run the floor, but to stay there and not take for granted a rebound.
Barry Hinson. Timeout, Chris Lowry said we're going to play small ball. Play Whitey Herzog. Well, they've hit a bunch of singles here. And Barry's fired up. 9:40 remaining in the game. The SMS Bears down 23 are within 5 and still some fight left in them. Barry Hinson wanted to emulate Whitey Herzog. This is a rally that Whitey would be proud of because the Bears were down 23 points. This is the closest they have been in 33 game minutes. Let's take a look at the rally.
There's off the double out high. When the high screen's set, the defense rolls. And then there was the big three, Mitch. That was a tough shot. And the big three by Ahern really kept things going for the Bears. Hustle play right here. Don't take things for granted. Barry
Hinson. His team's had plenty of punch here in the second half. Southern Illinois 26-6, ranked 25th in the country. Only Illinois has more wins than the Southern Illinois Salukis.
Ooh, close to an illegal screen right there.
2 to shoot. Hairston has to launch. Brooks with the offensive board and saves it to Tatum. He is Superman, Batman, and the Green Lantern all into one guy today.
If you're SMS, you need to put a guy that just spies on him. It's like football. You just need to have a guy that just doesn't leave him ever. Because he's going to be around the ball. Whatever the game's played, that's where he is.
Shot goes up, go find him. There's a foul.
That was partially brought on by maybe an error in judgment by Tatum. He was going to split people, and there wasn't anywhere to go.
Now let's watch Darren Brooks again. More superheroes.
No, nothing to do but shoot attempt for Hairston, but there, just hustle play. Just all that is being alert and knowing where the ball's going to be. And the ball waits for him, Mitch. Some guys, the ball bounces out of bounds. For Brooks, it just waits.
The ball is his friend. 8:30 to go. Southern Illinois up 5.
Bears are handling the high screen pretty well right now. They're not having much trouble with that.
Tatum splits it, sets it up. Not this time. And this can go to 3 or 2.
Blue down the floor.
Nice no-look feed. Mitchell clanks it on the bottom of the rim. He's going to get free throws.
That all comes after the miss. Transition defense. You've got to sprint the floor and find people. Blue has been running all day. This time, looks inside. Great pass.
So you're saying the second part of this, they're getting what they need defensively. If they do get a board, they're down in a hurry.
They're down, make or miss. They've been running the floor.
Got to hit all of these if you're going to rally. Mitchell's a 75%er, and Barry Hinson's team is just one mere foul away from the double bonus at 8:10 to go.
Blue's out, and he has been very good, but Chaney coming in really came in the first half and sparked on the boards and making a couple baskets.
Mitchell, one of a bevy of players from the Ozarks, including Ballou, who you see is from Ozark. Ballou from Springfield. Chaney from Neosho. You go down Rogersville, the home of Drew Richards, played at Logan Rogersville High School. Fisher from Springfield. The Ozarks have been good to the Bears. There's your foul trouble for Southern Illinois.
They've got a bunch of it, particularly when one more foul comes.
Hairston, his team leading by 4. Mitchell, numbers, basket. 2-point game. Spoon, this was a 23-point game late in the first half.
Well, as much fun as it was for Southern Illinois about 2:30 this afternoon, game is not much fun now with 7 minutes to go.
Keep in mind Southern Illinois and RPI, which has hovered between 13, 14, and 15 over the last couple of weeks. In this league, they are 49-6 in 3 years. They're now being challenged. Tatum, bad shot, well defended.
Quick break.
Macklin he can tie the game, Spoon, at the line. We'll see if this game gets tied up, and now we know why Chris Lowry was so crabby at the end of the half.
Well, and Macklin gets a charge.
Back in St. Louis, it's time for a Charter game reset. In addition to digital cable and high-speed internet, Charter Communications now offers local and long-distance telephone service. For rates in your area, call 1-888-GET-CHARTER and get hooked. Now let's take a look at the last play. I prematurely called it a foul against Tamar Macklin. He was called for an offensive foul, and it looks like the correct call, Charlie.
Looks like it right there. Falker does a nice job of coming over and helping out. I think that the Southern is doing a very fine job of getting back, but they're not finding people. They're sprinting the floor. They're back where they belong. Then they've got to pick people up.
So Macklin picks up his first foul instead of having free throws to tie the game. It's an offensive foul on Southwest Missouri State. Southern Illinois that sizzled the nets in the first half, only shooting 31% in the second half. The zone has been good to the Bears.
The foul line's been good to the Bears also. They're 12 of 13, and 1 of 1 for the white shirts.
Tatum lined up on a three. Macklin gets the board, and now the Bears can tie the game or take the lead. Right now, Brooks is the only guy that's able to get anything done offensively for Southern Illinois.
Southern Illinois really needs a run-out basket. More than anything else, their defense needs to help them. That's what usually has been the bailout.
We saw it happen yesterday against Indiana State. Double team.
Oh, my. There's the double team, and Southern Illinois stayed with it. Of course, you've got two guys that can do that a little bit when you have Brooks and Falker as your big man. But what they missed, and I'm talking about the Bears, they have a wide-open man in Macklin.
Let's go to Tom Ackerman.
Mitch, one of the things I talked to Barry Hinson about before the season was his roster, and he was a little bit concerned about having some experienced players and also some younger players. He wanted them to mesh. Well, he says this is as special a group as he's had. He says every one of these kids, with the exception of one, live in the dorms together. They are the true essence of a team, and look what they've done. 9 of their last 12 have been victories.
Yeah, and it's been a struggle to find chemistry, playing different guys at different times. Sometimes they set, sometimes they play. Like we haven't seen a lot of Deke Thompson in the second half, but these guys have brought him all the way back. There's a block shot. Macklin fighting for it. Warren protects it with his life.
Here's what SIU needs, and there's great defense. Great defense by the Bears. A little bit of a bump. Sort of bailed Tatum out. He got himself in a bad predicament right there.
Second foul on Macklin. Looking for this season's hottest styles, Aeropostale provides the hottest athletically inspired clothes for guys and girls. For store locations, go to the website aeropostale.com. AEROPOSTALE.com, proud to sponsor the Valley. Southern Illinois now has been stuck on 55 a while. Brooks has been big in the second half, Charlie. He's got 10 points, but other than that, it's hard to find tallies. Only 5 for the rest of the team.
Brooks has been what we had hoped he'd be, but now you get to a point in the game where somebody other than Brooks has to step up and make a play. Tatum has tried, Hairston has tried, but things just haven't worked for them.
55-53, Southern Illinois.
And one of the problems when you run this much time off the clock, your own clock is ticking, and you're thinking, I've got to make something happen. Sometimes you do things you don't want to do.
Falker underneath, big bucket.
Oh, huge bucket.
First points for Randall Falker.
That was huge, and that was not easy. That was not an easy play. The catch was hard enough, let alone finish it.
4-point lead. Deke Thompson back in for SMS. It's been a problem now for Southern Illinois. Falker picks up his 4th foul, and SMS is in the double bonus the rest of the race.
I missed that one, Mitch. I thought there was a little bit of a collision going down the lane. I didn't see that. Of course, Chris Lowry must not see it.
I think he saw it either.
That's why they have the referees pick up our little mistake.
It's a good crew working this game, by the way. Shavies will get 2. 6 of 6 to the line. That's all 6 of his points.
The line has been very, very good for the Bears today.
20 of 22. And if you're going to upset the regular season champion. That's one way to do it, but he misses the second one. One possession game now against Southern Illinois, led by 23 with 4:17 left in the first half.
There's your penetration.
Your high string.
That's what you need, is some sort of penetration into the defense. As long as you play out at half court, you're not going to get a whole lot done.
And Tatum can turn the corner off that screen. Give and go off the double. Macklin answers.
The double team, which is what Southern Illinois stayed with all day, is getting them killed on the back end. They're stopping the jump shot out there, but they're giving up layups on the interior.
Back to one possession lead. 59-56, 3:49 left.
Pretty deep in the possession now, Mitch. You're down at 10. Now somebody's going to have to make a play.
Tatum, that one's offline.
Hard shot. He was floating on that one.
And the man from St. Louis CBC High School, Tamar Macklin, has it back. The Bears can tie it with a 3.
High screen.
Deep catch. Free throws. Faulker has fouled out.
That brings the freshman back. Shaw's got to come in.
Big Mac drive through inside. He's filling the order.
Orville Redenbacher's presents another.
Here's a look at Randall Faulker. He is fouled out of the game with 3:16 left. He felt like Davy Crockett at the Alamo here.
He had everyone to guard back at the back, and he did the only thing he could do, which is hack easy and make him shoot free throw.
Easley's good, though. He's 85% at the line.
We've talked about this, Mitch. The double team, when Southern sets a double team, if the man can find someone to throw it to, if he can find an area to throw it, there's trouble at the back end because there's more people. The mismatch is down there, not one-on-one, but it's 2-on-1 favoring SMS.
Beasley splits a pair. He's got 5. It is a 2-point game. Salukis 59. The Bears 57. Loads of time. 3:12 left.
Defense down the floor a little bit further. The man with the ball is the one that SMS needs to find. I'm talking about right there, number 1.
They're being careful with this possession. They're 10 seconds on the shot clock. Tatum might have turned down a shot.
I'm not sure they know how much time there is.
Young. Nope. Shot clock violation. Macklin with the block and a chance to tie or take the lead as Chris Lowry's team befuddled against the zone.
They've had trouble with the zone, and they've had trouble rebounding this half. The offensive rebounds haven't been there. And Macklin with a great block. Macklin's had a fine day.
What a great second half for Southwest Missouri State.
Pick and roll.
Ahern. Way out there. Macklin, did he get it? He got it and called timeout.
And hopefully the fans will be all right. Macklin bulldozed through the bench, didn't he?
Tamar Macklin, some guys play and look like the nickname of their school. He is a Bear today.
I don't know whether they call timeout or not.
SMS within 2. They were getting drilled in the first half. Let's go to the Marshall Wireless call of the game. Here's Barry Henson of the Bears.
Golly, I'm going to take this Gatorade bucket and try to throw it on them, but they're on fire, Tom. I mean, you know what? They're playing great, and I don't care. If they play this way in the second half, it's going to be a long half for the Bears, but, hey, we still got a little growl left in us, so let's just go play the next 20 minutes.
What do you... Well, he's right. If they had played that way, But it's the SMS Bears that are playing exactly like Southern Illinois did in the first half.
Marshall Wireless, your communications consultant, now proudly carries Singular Wireless. You know, this half has been a little bit of a microcosm of the Bears season. Mitchell not there. Ballou, the ever-present Nathan Ballou. You need a big bucket or a rebound. Ballou is going to deliver.
Well, SMS, you mentioned earlier, Mitch, a good offense for them is getting the ball on the glass, and that's exactly what they did, and they just don't quit. They stay after the ball.
Ken Brooks plays superhero and pull this game out for the 1 seed.
I'm not sure who wants to shoot the ball right now.
They're not going to get a chance, and the Bears can take the lead. 4 years in a row, these two teams have met in the Arch Madness semifinals. Last year, the Bears upset the Salukis, and after being down 23 in the first half, they can take the lead.
Both schools should know this play because the Bears have run it over and over and over.
Didn't work so well this time.
We got about a minute left. And I would say that Brooks is going to get the shot this time, or else he'll make a play for someone else.
Salukis tentative against this zone.
Shot clock's down to 14, and the ball is close to center court.
Tatum, foul, trip. Shavy's tripped him as he split the top of the zone.
Tatum has been trying to split the thing. You know, there's not much else going on. Tatum has to do that. That's the only thing that's there. Here he comes right here. Just a little bit. There was not much of a place to go if the foul doesn't occur right there.
2 fouls on Shavy's, but now Tatum goes to the line. 75% at the line for the year. You see he's perfect in this game. No.
And the foul on the rebound. That's just compounding the problem. Missed free throw and then jumping on the back.
It is on Hairston. He has 4 fouls. And Ballou to the line. Ballou is 2 of 2 at the line for the game. 75% for the year. SMS has the lead. The soon-to-be Missouri State University Bears again on the verge of an upset. They have the first lead of the game, Spoon, at 60-59, 61-59.
Defensively, I'm sure you're going to see exactly the same look by SMS.
Timeout, Chris Lowry. 42.4 to go. Again, Southern Illinois has won 4 consecutive Valley regular season championships. These seniors, so very good, have never won an Arch Madness title. SMS trying to spoil the party again. Holt is back with Charlie Spoonhour. An incredible rally by Southwest Missouri State, down 42-19 with 4:17 left to go in the first half. They were down 16 at halftime, and the Bears have showed incredible resiliency.
They did exactly what Barry Henson said he wanted them to do. There's no question about that. They scored off the free throw line a lot, but they've also made plays, rebound the basketball, Mitch. It's been the hustle plays. They never gave in. And I'm telling you, it's pretty easy to give in when you're playing against Southern Illinois because they play so hard themselves.
SMS, you see the Salukis have struggled the last 12 possessions. Now couple that with the fact that the Bears have scored 13 points in that stretch.
Well, right now, you'll find a shot as quickly as you can if you're SIU. Southern cannot afford to hang on for a last shot. They're going to have to find some way to get a shot at the goal.
And regardless of what happens this possession, SMS will still get a shot. Brooks shoots it quick. Offensive foul. Macklin took it on the captain. It's on Brooks, and Tamar Macklin takes the charge.
Well, that's the only thing Macklin hadn't done to this point. He's done everything else.
17 points, Macklin, 12 rebounds. He's done this before. He had 16 and 12 in Springfield against the Salukis, 15 and 9 in Carbondale. If there is an Egyptian dog buster, it is this man, Tamar Macklin.
Well, this will be interesting right here now. Pressure will be on. There'll be double teams. You cannot afford to foul number 15. So Ahern is hands off unless it's just the end of the possession.
Salukis will try to get a steal and try to get a 10 count. Ahern gets it. And they're going to try to keep it in his hands as much as possible. He calls timeout.
Smart play there.
Yes, it is. And well coached by Barry Henson. Time to announce our State Farm players of the game for SMS. Who else, Spoon? Tamar Macklin.
Tamar Macklin, if he hadn't received it, he might have bulldozed us just like he did that bench over there.
Double-double again. He has been huge in leading this comeback. And for Southern Illinois, we're going to go with a two-time Valley Player of the Year, Darren Brooks. In the second half, he's really all the Salukis have had.
He's been all, and everyone is guarding him too, Mitch. For him to get anything done is tough because people are always around him.
In fact, if anything, Southern has just sat and kind of watched him thinking, hey, Brooks is going to do it.
I would say that they're counting on if anything's good's going to happen for Southern Illinois, it's going to be him.
SMS 61, the Salukis 59 last year. Darren Brooks' quest to win an Arch Madness title was stopped in the semifinals by Southwest Missouri State.
This is the only thing about taking a timeout, and I thought it was a smart timeout. Entering the ball always scares me to death.
Against this team in specific, but they get it in, and a quick foul on Easley. Owen fouls him. Easley, who's 1 of 2 for the game, though, is 85% for the year.
I thought when Easley came in the ball game in the first half, he got some things done. I thought he made some very, very good plays.
A season low, 17 points for Southern Illinois in the second half after exploding for 42 in the first half. Easley, the Bears lead by 3.
Secret of winning is being able to hit free throws and getting free throws.
And they have. How about 28 attempts and 24 makes?
Well, one right now obviously turns it into a 2-possession game, and that makes things very difficult.
Look for Southern to go right at the goal. 4-point lead.
And you're right, Mitch. The thing that you do now, if you're Southern Illinois, you take the ball to the basket, either by pass or dribble, try to make people foul you. You don't need a 3. You need a basket, and then set your defense.
Tatum, Brooks from 3-point range. Had it partially blocked. Ballou knocks it out. Southern Illinois keeps it at 15 seconds remaining in the game, down 4. Lowry wanted a foul.
Again, you don't have to have a 3 in this position.
It's been a bad day for the top 25. Illinois lost earlier. Kansas lost earlier. Now the 25th seeded Salukis, who have lost only 6 times in 3 years in this league, are looking at defeat in the semifinals of Arch Madness. How will this story end? We'll find out. All right, 2 different games here. In the first half, second half. Let's look at our Rawlings play of the game. Nathan Ballou, big bucket to tie it. Oh, my bad. 63-59, 15 seconds left in the game. Southern Illinois down 4. Ballou nearly steals it. Ballou's earned his leather jacket.
It's a good player. Getting the ball in is quite an issue right now.
Tatum, deep 3. No, board Macklin. His 13th rebound, and now Owen fouls him. Tamar Macklin's going to the other end. What an incredible comeback by the soon-to-be Missouri State University Bears. And what we might have seen here is Barry Henson's best coaching job in his 6 years as the head guy in Springfield.
Well, I haven't seen every game, but this is pretty good today because he didn't let them give up. He kept them thinking that they had a chance to win. They build off the things they did at the end of the first half, and now you can see where they are in Macklin. I just thought trying to get the ball away from Macklin right there would not have been a very easy chore after he rebounded the thing.
Well, the White Rat, Whitey Herzog, was a great baseball manager. Barry Hinson said, we're going to play Whitey ball in the second half, meaning Whitey Herzog baseball. He has done it. He's hit singles, doubles, and triples, and they're going to end up winning this game at 8.1. The Salukis down 6. Tatum. Got it. Meaningless bucket. Clock is going to run out. Southern Illinois has lost in the semifinals. Barry Hinson spooned with an incredible job. He goes to the finals again with an upset over the Southern Illinois Salukis.
Well, if there's no momentum coming off this game, there'll never be momentum. Great, absolutely great comeback after Southern Illinois had how many knockdowns in the first round. In the first half, Southern Illinois completely dominated for most of the half. And then all of a sudden, Barry Hinson's guys at the end of the half tack on 5, and then they come out. Great job. Absolutely great job of the Bears.
Our Rawlings play of the game. They had to tie it somehow. It was Nathan Ballou to do it. A gigantic basket that tied the game, that gave hope for the SMS Bears. 65-61, the soon-to-be Missouri State University Bears get the victory. Southern Illinois and Darren Brooks, they're going to the NCAA tournament, Spoon. There is no doubt.
Oh, there's no question that their body of work, Mitch, gets them in the tournament. The only thing that's changed now is probably where you're seated, that sort of thing.
And if they play like they did in the first, in the first 20 minutes, Southern Illinois is going to be a load for whomever they play in the NCAA tournament. But they're going to the show. But the story of this day so far is SMS. The Bears are going to the finals again.
Well, they've got to be happy, extremely happy. And I think when Barry Hinson gets on camera, he might be fairly happy. Now, he's still got another game to win. And that's the thing. Coming down off this one and getting ready for the next one is pretty difficult to do.
However, he is going to the finals, and he will play the winner of Wichita State or Creighton. That is the second semifinal coming up. But the Southwest Missouri State Bears, the second year in a row, have upset Southern Illinois. The Bears are in Monday night. They will await the Creighton-Wichita State winner. For Charlie Spoonar, this is Mitch Oltis. Stay tuned. More Arch Madness headed your way from Savas Center and the America's Renaissance Conference, the Missouri Valley.